Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your mid-month reading. This is for anybody that has their sun, moon, rising, midheaven, and or their Venus in the sign of Aquarius. However, if you just happen to find yourself on this video, something told you to click on it, hi, there is definitely a message in here for you, and I hope that you hear all that you need at this time. Let's go ahead and get into what came out energetically, because you have quite a few cards, okay? What you're coming into from the 15th through the 20th, you have the Seven of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords and the Five of Cups with the Seven of Wands. Okay, coming into the obstacles positions, which you might feel and or experience if you haven't already in the most recent or distant past. From the 15th through the 20th as well. It can also extend through the 24th. You have the World card with the Page of Cups and the Nine of Wands. Okay, and then the last week of August, what, the 24th through the 31st, I believe. Yeah. What you need to focus on in order to overcome any conflicting energies you may have or experience. You have the Sun card with the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands with the Four of Swords. Also, bottom of the deck, what came out was a Six of Wands with the Eight of Wands and the Three of Cups. And then the Three of Wands is sitting atop that, okay? So a lot is going on. I feel like what I'm hearing is you will reap what you've sown, okay? And that can be positive or negative, just depending on your own personal story and the way that you have been treating yourself and others, okay? You can't get away with it. You always pay for the wrongdoing that you do unto other people. It may not come back in the same fashion, but it will come back. Some of you guys don't understand that, right? With this World card being in the obstacles position, because this deals with cosmic consciousness altogether. Some of you guys just don't understand why these things keep happening to you, why you keep, in a sense, finding yourself backed up against a wall. But what it's heralding you to pay attention to is just the way that you see things. Okay, I feel like some of you Aquariuses are very egotistical and have such a me first attitude, right? Especially with this Queen of Wands and this Four of Swords. And so it's like, if you don't see how what's happening or any opportunities that come to pass, how it can just benefit you, then you don't want anything to do with it. I feel like a lot of you guys are at this time overly consumed to the point of obsession with the concept of power and really trying to achieve power, and can also even be affecting your health because you're so involved with trying to see the results of your hard work and be in a position where you are really being noticed for the work that you do and the skills that you have, that you're kind of putting your health by the wayside. I don't know if that really came out right, but with these three cards, you can definitely see that. It's like you're pushing it to the side. There's some sort of neglect when it comes to yourself in the way that you look after yourself. Now, for some of you, especially with the bottom of the deck, I feel like you are receiving messages from spirit or your intuition. They're trying to guide you to do something, like, hey, maybe you should try doing this, or saying this to maybe somebody that you care about, that you've been having a lot of disagreements with, or that you have been, in a sense or for some time, separated from due to some harsh words that were spoken, or just not being able to be on the same page. I feel like some of you guys are definitely receiving some messages. Some of you guys are having a hard time looking yourself in the mirror, really, with this World card and the Page of Cups for what you've done, the way that you acted, just your own behavior, right? Having such a quick temper, you know, not thinking before you speak, or just being so, again, self-absorbed that you didn't really care about who got hurt in the process in this relationship, whether it was an established relationship or somebody that you were maybe just talking to and the relationship just like ended abruptly. Either you went ghost or again just by some other inappropriate behavior, right? It caused this separation. I do feel like a lot of you, or some of you, whoever's going through this, right, does feel bad. There is some sort of guilt here, some sense of guilt. But it's kind of like you're not, with this Page of Cups and the obstacles position, you don't yet care enough to initiate any conversation just yet. Like if you've come across this video, like you were kind of at a point of considering whether or not you really wanted to mend fences, make amends with this person or not. Like, should I do it? Should I not? Somebody or something, the universe, your angelic guides, God, a good friend of yours may have tried to, I don't want to say coax, but encourage you to go ahead and do what you've been thinking about doing, right? Again, to reconcile any differences of the past, but you guys are still at that point at this time of not reaching out. You're being very immature. Some of you guys are not extending your lightheartedness, and that behavior, that type of behavior, isn't going to do anything but keep you here. Now, if you're fine with being single, like you don't really care for relationships because it threatens your own sense of freedom and independence from the things that you want to do or get done, you feel like you can't do that with a counterpart as well as you can when you are by yourself, then, you know, maybe that is the harsh truth that you have to come to realize with this Sun card. Some of you guys are better off single. Some of you guys do better when you work alone, even if this is a creative endeavor. But as far as the relationship is concerned, there are some of you who do realize that it can't be all about you, right? This is, what is that word? This is like having a revelation and realizing you can't just be self-serving. You can't just care for and look after yourself, especially when you decide to be coupled with someone else. And if you've been single for a while, that's been hard for you to understand, right? How to look after not only yourself, but other people and their needs as well and what they need. And some of you guys really do want to work on the relationship. So you're going to take the advice of your friends and either communicate, this is very fast communication, or travel to go see this person and try to figure out like what you can do to really, again, mend the fences and make the relationship better. This is coming in with an apology. This is coming in with a sincere apology. This is also being able to express any imbalances, right? Because you can see how they are not eye to eye, like they're not on the same eye level. So if things have been unfair, this is you not just, you know how like some people just say things but there's no action behind it? This is putting the action behind the words that were spoken, right? So it's not just some sob story. This is a genuine, sincere apology and offering a plan for how you intend to make things better. Okay. Now, if this is about a creative endeavor, some of you guys are so hooked to the idea of the financial stability that you have that you are not wanting to take the risk in venturing out on your business, expanding your business, or really changing your career paths at this time. And part of you is very upset because you know that this is something that you really want to do, but there's an internal conflict that's going on here, right? So a lot of you guys are feeling guilty for not living in your true soul purpose. Okay? And some of you guys might definitely, with this water that's in the obstacles position, you might be projecting these emotions out to other people. But I mean, where is that going to get you? That can't take you anywhere. You can't always blame other people for your actions or where your life is at, for the decisions that you made, right? If you want to ignore God, if you want to ignore that hunch, that gut feeling that you get to move on something because it's scary for you and you don't want to lose any of the material things that you've accumulated in life, then you know what, that's all fine and dandy, but you can't blame anybody but yourself, okay? Some of you guys, though, just because cups deal with spirituality and beliefs, some of you guys can't believe that you are about to take such a huge risk, because there are some people who are willing to risk it all, really, with this world card, because you have all 4 elements here. You have the raw materials. You have a lot to lose. Some of you guys are considering what people have been telling you, and or if it's not people in your external environment, just what your inner guidance system has been trying to encourage you to do for a while now. Some of you guys are really about to risk it all. I feel like some of you guys are worried about what the outcome would be because you have kids that you have to look after with this Page of Cups energy, and so you don't want to put them in a position where they necessarily like suffer because of this chance or this risk that you're about to take. But you know, it's all about having belief in yourself and your capabilities, right? This is a very positive outcome. Really, coming into the end of the week, you are able to stand in your power and you're able to gain control of your thoughts by way of the results that you get when you take this risk, because you get to see just how good it feels to live in your purpose and to do what is really right for you, right? However big or small the outcome may be for this job change or the career change, it's like something just feels really right when you do it. You get the confirmation that you need when you do it to continue down the path or to have taken the chance. You may come into some money. You guys may be inheriting some money. You may win the lottery. That came through, okay? But yeah, I'm definitely seeing a lot of messages coming in for you guys. If you're not familiar with numerology, I would suggest that you start reading up on it a little bit, because I am seeing 7s. You might be seeing a lot of 7s, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, which is angelic guidance, you know, needing to call on the spiritual realm. They're there for you if you need it. This is being highly intuitive. This is also just about integrating any messages that you hear in or receive, right? I'm also seeing a lot of 3s, so you might be seeing 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, you know, on a clock, on license plate. So really pay attention and come to understand what those messages are trying to tell you as well, because it can just be trying to give you guidance as far as the next step to take in your life. So that's what's coming up for you guys. As far as chakras are concerned, your 3rd eye, crown chakra, is here, so make sure that is in balance and that you heed your own personal intuition as well. The throat chakra is here. Make sure that when you speak, you're not shouting and you are really also listening, as well as understanding what people are trying to tell you and not just listening to have a response to give out to other people, right? Be careful of the tone that you use when you speak back. Don't be sarcastic, because you can have a tendency to do that with such raw energy here in the ace. And then just take the time that you need for yourself. Heart chakra is here. Make sure that is in balance, because it is a little bit underactive. And then you have the root chakra here, which is a little bit overactive, so don't do anything impulsive. Understand that all that you need is around you, right? You have all that you need also within you. You are very well taken care of despite of what you have materially. Don't base your value and your sense of self-worth on the material things that you have in the world. Sure, it's great, but as long as you have a roof over your head, as long as you're able to feed yourself and your children or anybody that is in your external environment, and as long as you are able to live with integrity for the decisions that you make for the things that you have, then you are good. You know what I'm saying? So get that into balance. And if at this time what I said did resonate for you, give me a thumbs up, share this with your friends and family, and do subscribe for more.